I am wide awake. I hear my past trauma. I did it masterly. I maneuvered out the matrix to the 5D. Paradox being thrown at me. No time for sleep. I got lots to see. Digging.
Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you have been here before. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. All right, my name is Dream. I like to talk about different topics and subjects, and today, one of my favorite subjects is the weather. I want to talk about the weather. Why is the weather one of my favorite subjects? Because the weather is so important. The elements is so important and affects us all globally in so many different ways. So the weather is important to me, very important to me. So it's one of my subjects that really interests me, and I think it always have. Um, so these subject here just might be a little boring to a lot of people. You might not continue the video because I said we're going to talk about the weather. When talking about the weather, I first want to send my greatest sympathy out to anyone and everyone being affected by the floods in the California area. Okay, so with things that I will say concerning the flood after this is I don't want to seem disingenuous for anyone that is being affected by the weather, the flooding in California. So it's flooding. FYI, it's flooding in California, okay? In case you've been under a rock. And it is flooding so bad, it has definitely reached catastrophic levels, okay? Cars and entire homes, is underwater. Okay, a lot of people were evacuated even. Catastrophic. So that right there brings me to, okay, so it's like, why is it flooding? To most people, it's flooding because it's raining, right? So that's it. But it's like you don't realize we don't realize we're not familiar in the subject. We don't care enough about the fact that the flooding, over flooding like that, anytime the weather or the elements, different elements and the weather takes over in such a way and becomes disastrous, there's a bigger problem. Okay, we have a problem on our hands that is not new. This is ongoing. This is an ongoing problem. This has been going on for years. Okay, so this is just a little FYI. First, I must say and point out that they are playing with the weather. When I say playing with the weather, they have different programs and things set up. One that I know a little about, it's in Alaska. I think like their main place that is set up is in Alaska, and it's a program that they have, and it's the HARP, HARP. YouTube might flag me for this, but they've been flagging me, so I don't really care. The HARP program, yeah, where they are trying to control the weather. They are doing different experiments and different things like that to have control and power over even the weather. Okay? Over the water, the ocean, over the sky. Okay? They're creating different machines and different things so that they can control and have power over the weather. Now you want to talk about power. I say power, but the abuse, the abuse of power. You know, like is all things meant to be controlled? Like is all things meant to be manipulated? Like is the weather made to be manipulated? because I know all about technology and advancing and you know like the latest technology. So it's like, okay, are they coming up with the latest technology to help in some way, or are they coming up with certain technology and they're manipulating something that controls itself? The weather controls itself. All right, Mother Nature, Mother Gaia has a system that's been going on and created since the beginning of time, since Earth was created. Mother Nature has a certain system of the way things run and the way things go, how when it's supposed to rain, depending on what region or zone that you're in, how hot it's going to be in the summer, how cold it's going to be in the winter. They have the weather for the fall. It's already systematic. That every 3 or 4 months we're going to go into this season and we should expect this type of weather and these things to happen. But the abuse of power has certain individuals creating programs to figure out a way to manipulate and control the weather. It's almost as if it's like, why would they want to control the weather? Wow. So I'm just thinking about fear. Like they want us in constant fear. Like another fear tactic. I don't know. So, okay, we have that HAARP program that's in Alaska. They're definitely trying to manipulate and control the ocean. Yeah. Like they're trying to get down under the seabed. They're wanting to, like they're shaking the foundation. They're trying to get under the seabed. Yeah. So, stay with me here. I will have I've done some researches on this. I actually done a video on this a couple of times about global warming and pollution. So I have videos on this. But this video here, I must tell you that I am, I'll call it free thinking. I haven't really researched anything. I'm not looking off any paperwork. These are like messages that's coming to me along with information that I have researched as well. Okay? So I am kind of, what they call that, oh, I hate when words leave me. Yeah, I'm just like free flowing. When you wrap off the, anyway. Yes. So they have these certain, they have invented these certain tools, and they're trying to get under the seabed of the ocean. They're trying to get down up under it. Like you go way down in the seabed, down at the bottom, they're trying to go underneath that. And it's like they are upsetting or they are shaking the foundation. Like, is everything to be played with? Like, is everything to be advanced? Or it's like some things are not meant to be advanced. It's like it doesn't need it. Am I making sense? So if you have, we're talking about the weather. So you have the weather, and we have winter, summer, spring, and fall. So we learned this in elementary. What type of weather is winter? Winter. Say winter, then that's colder times of the year. Okay? You might catch snow because it's winter. Spring. Oh, that's when the flowers come up. The weather seems almost perfect. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. We might catch a lot of rain, but after the rain, it's going to be so colorful with the leaves that's coming towards the end of the spring, because here comes fall. So I'm saying there's certain things that transpire during those certain seasons. They have this, it already exists. So now what's happening is during winter times, these are examples, not examples, these are facts. I'm just trying to get you to understand. So now during the winter seasons, let's just say January. January for sure is a winter month. But in January, we're getting spring-like weather. It's almost 70 degrees. The sun is out and you hear the birds chirping. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's like, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful weather. That's beautiful weather. You're right. You're going to take advantage of it. Oh, everybody, let's get outside. It's so beautiful today. But we're really not. It's beautiful today, but it's winter. So underneath the surface, because they're messing with things down underneath the surface. Underneath the surface, they're stirring the pot. And it's not good. It's not a good situation. So what we could see is it's beautiful. Here, January the 1st, it's almost 70 degrees. We ain't in Miami. I'm not talking about Miami. Oh, somewhere, everywhere ain't cold like that in the winter. So, for the sake of my story and what I'm trying to get you to understand, then you will realize, all right, let's use some common sense first, that I am talking about where it is normally cold in January. Here it is that you don't even need a jacket. You got people outside with shorts in January. Okay? So in the moment, we're enjoying the weather. But there is something very foul that lingers underneath the surface with that, because it's not standard. Let me tell you the after effects of having such beautiful weather in the middle of January. Let's see it in another form. Let's say, here it is, summer. It's summer. It's summertime. Let's talk about New York. New York indeed is one of the places, for sure, one of the regions of the areas that get the coldest, right or wrong. So they just experienced, it wasn't just cold in New York, which is normal. They were iced out. Everything was iced out. They're referring to it as the Ice Age. This is from One Way. This is from the weather is being manipulated, and people want to gain access and power and control over even the weather. To the ocean, the seabed. I'll have you know that there are animals. Can you call a fish an animal? There are live. They're live fish. Things that live. That's their home. They live in the ocean. Something else we don't. If we don't know, we just don't know, and if we don't know about it, we ain't concerned about it. But the importance of the ocean, the importance of the water, the rivers, the lakes, the seas, the importance it is to us as humans that walk on earth. If you only knew how important and vital the condition of the ocean was, and how it adds or takes away from our own health and well-being as humans on earth. I mean, I don't know a whole lot. But just from what I know, it's like, wow. Like, we just really have no concern. It's like we haven't been made aware, even if we have an inkling about it, and like, oh, I know about the pollution and about that right there. We lack the care. So then as the weather reacts to the way that we're treating Earth, as the elements react to the way we're treating Earth, treating the ocean, treating the air, so the elements react to that. Mother Gaia responds to what she's getting. And then we get things like catastrophic floods in California. Ice age, iced out in New York. Florida just had that terrible hurricane. So even hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, I believe that you could say those things are a part of the weather. It's a part of things that will happen. And the weather does this, that, or another, then those certain things, a tornado is going to happen. But they're happening more and more frequently, more and more often. They're happening in places where they don't normally happen or doesn't normally transpire. And everything is so, it's like category 5. Is that the worst category? Category 5. Like everything is disastrous. It's not just happening in I mean, you lose one life, that's more than enough, right? But the death toll starts to get up into the thousands. The thousands. I mean, so it's something that is, oh, that's normal. It has gotten out of control. It is getting, no, it has gotten. Yeah, it is out of control. It's out of control. What does that have to do with me? As long as you breathe in this air, it has something to do with you. Because everything affects the air. Everything affects the air. What you do, what you do every day, what you eat, what car you drive, or driving cars, period. Everything. How you dispose of your trash, how you dispose of your cooking oil, whether or not you pick up your dog poop, how you do your landscaping and your lawn service, everything has something to do with the air that we breathe. So, let's talk about the air that we breathe. So I know that the air that we breathe is made up of, I believe it's 4. It's at least 4 different gases. All right. The gases that's coming off there's a gas coming off the sun. There's a gas that's that is, then you got oxygen. Everybody knows about oxygen. Oxygen is the like number one. Everybody, oh yeah, I need my oxygen. So we all know about oxygen. But there's carbon, and there's a couple more. Is it radon? There's a couple more gases that is in the atmosphere. Let's call it the atmosphere. I say the air, but in the atmosphere. Okay, coming even off the sun. So then you talking about the sun. I mean, that's what kind of triggered me a minute ago. I was looking through the phone and I run across they were updating on the hole in the ozone layer. And I remember hearing about the hole in the ozone layer when I was in school, elementary school. You know, not like that was like decades ago, but it was decades ago though. So I'm saying, I was reading that, and that what triggered this weather thing back in me again, you know, of the importance to care about it. So I'm just like, but you know, what can I do? I'm just like, what can I do? Like, this is almost like a situation that's like, it's so out of control to where you just got to just let it be what it is. But as long as I think like that, as long as people continue to think like this, ain't nothing I can do about that, then things will only continue to get worse. All right? People are dying from the bottom line of it. People are dying from breathing in this bad, raggedy, manipulated, fake air. Like the air is fake at this point. All right? Because we're not just inhaling and exhaling the air from the way the system of the earth, the atmosphere was made and created for us, the air to breathe since the beginning of time. Like we were supposed to be breathing in carbon, oxygen, and certain gases. But now they have created fake gases and radiation to pump into the air. All right? Because everything is so thrown off. We're not going to even talk about the gas emissions from the cars. They've been talking about that pollution from the different cars since I was a child. It's been going on way before that. So I'm saying this air is the air that we breathe, this atmosphere is it's fake. Like we're no longer breathing what we was intended to be breathing in. It has been manipulated. So it's like, the air ain't never killed nobody. But cancer has. Anybody that come to watch this video has been affected by knowing, at least knowing of someone that has been affected by cancer. Some type of cancer. Everybody. They're trying to figure out where does cancer derive from? The way you eat, smoking cigarettes. It's from the air that we are breathing. That's where it's from. Yeah, they're going to put it on the cigarette. The cigarette ain't helping. But that cigarette smoke going into the air. So the bottom line is it's the air. The cigarette is polluting into the air. It's not the air polluting the cigarette. It's not the cigarette itself. People are dying from secondhand smoke. They say secondhand smoke can be worse than smoking it yourself. So they can blame it on the cigarette. But it's in the air that we breathe. That we have to breathe. We must breathe it. We must breathe this air if we gonna walk the earth. Like we're forced to breathe dirty, fake air. So we have the people that's playing and manipulating with the air, but we have people that they throw their trash out on the ground because their mind tells them that they don't care. They look around and they see trash. And their mind says, throw your trash on the ground. Is trash already there? Why not? Now, I do realize that you have to get to a point in life where, first of all, where you begin to love and care for yourself. If you don't love and care for yourself, then you don't care about this weather. Like, damn this weather, right? When you don't love and care about yourself. But as you can begin to truly love and care about yourself, you only want what's best for you. Yeah, all the way down to I don't want to breathe dirty, fake air. Yeah, I did a video on that. I think I love myself too much. Yeah. I don't like to compare it all, but I guess if I'm comparing it to the majority of the majority of the world, individuals, yeah, who are unconcerned, don't know, don't care. So here I am. Oh, here she go with that. Like, don't nobody want to hear what I'm talking about. I don't say nobody, but nobody wants to hear it, especially not my people. And I said what I said. I said what I said. Yep. You can rewind it. Hear me say it again. And then I'm going to say it again. Some people have no care or concern about the weather, about the air that they breathe, trash on the ground. They don't care. Mainly, my colored people. So now me, I believe that I care too much about myself. Because here I am caring about the air that I breathe. I want to breathe clean air. I feel like I deserve that. Here she go. Oh, she thinks she's somebody special. You think you better than me? I just love myself. And I deserve to breathe in good, clean air. Yeah, I feel like I deserve to be in a clean environment. Oh, you think you better than us? Don't compare. I already said that. I don't like to compare myself to nothing or no one. Don't compare yourself. You don't mind breathing in dirty air. You don't mind being around dirty things in a trashy environment. You don't mind. That's you. I mind. I care. Do you get what I'm saying? So we first must begin to love ourselves better. And without that, it's impossible for anything to change. When you don't love yourself. Oh, I love myself. Show me. I ain't got to show you nothing, but you're showing me every day. That's why I pay so much attention and very close attention to the weather. Because the weather tells me everything. The condition of everything. The condition of the entire world globally is shown through the weather. Do you hear me? I know what I need to know about people and people's heart space and how they feel about their self. About the way that they treat the earth, the air they breathe, how they treat themselves. It's just my opinion. A person that constantly litters, throws their trash. What is trash? Paper, bottles, and certain things that you no longer need and no longer feel the need to use. Trash. And your mind says, I no longer need this. I no longer can use this right here. It's mine. It was mine. I bought it. I needed it. I used it all up, everything that I needed. Now it's trash. And I'm going to get my trash. It's my trash. Why is it my trash? Because I just used the contents of it. And now I'm through with my trash. And what I'm going to do is throw it on the ground. How rude. You can't care about me as your neighbor. As your literal neighbor or figuratively neighbor. You can't care about me as your neighbor if you don't care about yourself. Oh, I know this. So I really don't expect so much when I go to certain areas and, vicinities in the city or even in the world. When I go to certain areas, I just really don't expect so much because I know where I'm at. All I got to do is look around and see. So I'm like, oh, I know where I'm at. A lot of these places they call the hood. So, okay, if I'm in the hood, they're like, oh, I don't expect nothing from the people over here. I'm just being honest. I expect for them to throw the trash out of their cars as they're driving by. They don't care. They don't care about where they live. They don't care about the weather, the weather, the condition of the weather. They don't care about this air that they breathe. They don't care about the air that their children breathe, because they really don't care. They truly don't love themselves. They don't. They're not. They don't know how to truly love themselves yet. So this is how they act. So this is what I expect when I go to certain areas and vicinities and I see certain people. Yeah, I might have to do another video on this and trying to change the subject a little bit. The things that people care about is what they look like and how they appear to other people. Fake. As long as I look the part. But inwardly, you don't care. You don't care about yourself. You don't care about life. You don't care about the weather. You don't care about the air that you breathe. You don't care. So I don't care what you look like. I don't care what car you're driving. I don't care what kind of clothes you put on and wear. I don't care if you got the best wig, lace front on. I don't care how sharp you got your line. I don't care about that. If I see you smoking your cigarette and you throw your butt out the window, I mean, not just one time, dog. I got rid of my butt, but that's your garbage can. Your garbage can is out your window. That tells me about the condition of you inwardly. You can't be judging nobody. That's not judging. Those are facts. So, people try to use little cliche things such as, you can't judge me. And try to make people feel some type of way. You can't make me feel no type of way. These are facts. I have to put a trigger warning on this video. Oh, I know. I'm not here to upset anybody. I'm not here to make friends either. If this helps someone have a little more concern and care, because it's important, about the weather, about how we attribute to the weather, about the conditions of the earth, of the oceans, just a little more care about it. So now I'm going to just throw my trash in the trash dumpster, the garbage can, instead of on the ground. Thank you. Thank you. And I realize that it takes effort, a little extra effort. I know, because it's easy to just throw it out the window. Oh, I know. Now, if you think I'm saying to you that I ain't never threw trash on the ground, that ain't what I'm saying. Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. At some point, I had to begin to care, even about myself, a little more than I once did. And these are the things that's becoming important to me. So I'm making an effort. This is me making an extra effort to show my care about the air that we both breathe. Yeah, maybe we can reduce the rate of people dying from cancer. Maybe. Your cigarette and tobacco smoking, you're not the only one being affected by it. You're not. Because that tobacco is going into the air, into the atmosphere. Yeah. And it's really affecting the natural gases. The natural gases that we need to inhale and exhale clean air is being affected by cigarette and tobacco smokers. These are facts. Now, you can't be a tobacco and cigarette smoker. Okay, hopefully someone from New York, maybe they was affected by the weather, the flooding, the ice age weather. So I guess somebody in California is going to be watching this video that's being affected right now by the flooding. They're going to watch this video. And this individual is a cigarette smoker. I'm talking about smokes, they're a smoker. A pack a day. Smoker. They've been smoking over 10 years. And they have been highly affected. They have been, affected by this weather. And I just have you know. This is not to cast guilt. This is in hopes for illumination. But that pack of cigarettes a day that you smoke added to the cause of the flooding that you're being affected by. Accountability. You throw your trash out and the trash clogs up the drains. And when it rains, the rain has nowhere to go because all the drains are clogged up, causing all the water to sit and to rise up because none of it has a place to go. Yeah, because the drains again are clogged from the trash that's been thrown out the window. The trash that has not been properly put into the dumpster. So I've heard one lady say, I threw the trash away, but the dogs and the cats be going in there and taking it out. Well, hey, the dogs and cats can't pick it up. So yeah, it's going to take care, concern, extra effort. So you might have to pick it up again. You might have to make sure that you close the dumpster so that cat and dog possibly can't go back in there. Extra effort, care, concern. And I do realize that. A lot of people don't have time in the day. Especially, man, then you think somebody, I'm talking about in these areas that I go to, the areas that I be in, where I be seeing my people. Do you really think they're going to take the time out their day to go pick up some trash off the ground? And they didn't even put it there? Yeah, right. Yeah. So I need to do a little better in that area. Perhaps I need to be the one to start. I used to do it. I've done it before in certain areas. Yeah, but here more recently, I felt like I done gave up a little bit. I done gave up. Maybe I need to get back at it. Maybe somebody see me out there picking up the trash. It might make them, maybe just for that day. Maybe just for that day. They see me out picking up trash. They might throw their trash in the garbage that day. That's good. Perhaps. So we are slowly dying. We are slowly getting these illnesses, sicknesses, and diseases. Cancer, hypertension, arthritis, heart failure, asthma, among other things. They'll tell you that it's from the way you eat. Smoking cigarettes. They'll tell you that. But what they don't really want to tell you, what the bottom line is for real, is how we treat Earth. how we're treating Mother Gaia, how we as human affect the weather. The weather is letting you know the weather. Let's say Mother Nature. Mother Nature reacts and lets us know how she is being treated with what she gives us back. Yeah. So New York was frozen. I would say I would interpret that as Mother Gaia saying that a lot of the occupants of New York, the energy there in New York, a lot of people have become frozen within themselves, spiritually. Frozen, stuck, not able to be moved. California, my opinion, what I would say, how I would interpret that. What Mother Gaia is giving back is a catastrophic flooding, destroying their things, their homes, beautiful homes, their cars, their land, destroying it. Yeah. Taking away what you guys love so much. When before you love a car, you should love the air that you breathe. Before you go buy this big 6-bedroom home with 4 baths, 3-car garage, and when I tell you it's beautiful, oh, God, it's beautiful. So elegant. Your home that you have there in California that has been drowned with water. It's underwater now. The entire home, the top roof of the home. Yeah. The only thing that's sticking out of this home is the chimney. But you care so much about that home that you're living in. But you don't care about this home. This home that you're living in. Look how you treat your body. So then this home, this body, this flesh that you must reside in, resides on earth, surrounded by the atmosphere that you don't care about. So you saying Mother Gaia should care about your 6-bedroom home and 4 baths? Is that what you're saying? That's just how I be taking it, how I take that. People say I be doing too much. You're going to learn today. So you can continue on. You can file your insurance claim. You can go and get you a 7-bedroom house. After all this is over, file your insurance claim for your damages and do it over. Get something better. So you have to restart your process. So you can restart the process from the foundation and to do things a little more sincere, a little more better, with a little more care and concern. Not so much about what other people see, your big old home, but caring more about your care and concern for yourself. Being a little more healthy, breathing in a little more healthy air. How you contribute to the atmosphere. Care a little more about those homes first. You got 2 more homes before you go get that big old house. Yeah. So you can get restarted. Get everything back going. Get your insurance claims filed. But without change, you'll be repeating the cycle again. In another year, 4 years, 7 years, you're going to repeat the cycle again. Because the lesson was not learned. Okay? I'm just here to help.